After that meeting with Sung Kim's South Korean counterpart, No Ki-dok, on Monday, they both gave a press conference saying that South Korea and the United States were determined to act responsibly but decisively to what they called the DPRK's provocations. And they also said there was concern over what they described as escalatory actions of the DPRK, and that is of course referring to the large number of weapons tests that we've seen so far this year, 13 in total. In January we saw 7, and that is a record month in terms of the number of weapons tests for the DPRK. Sung Kim, though, is here for a full week. It's going to be 4 nights and 5 days. He'll be meeting with the Unification Minister, the Foreign Minister later in the week, but as well as meeting with representatives of the government. Of course, we're about to change government next week, so he will also be meeting with officials of President-elect Yoon Suk-yeol's government to ensure that there is a smooth transition, and all of this coming against the backdrop of, not just these weapons tests, but the kickoff of joint military exercises between South Korea and the United States, which began yesterday, even though they're going to be virtual and there's not going to be any real-world exercises. They've always angered Pyongyang in the past. And of course, we've got a big event coming up on the 25th of this month, which is going to be the 90th anniversary of the founding of the DPRK's Workers' Party. And everybody here is expecting there is going to be some big test around that date.
So, Jack, there's obviously concern, but how much concern is there in South Korea over these tests, and what is it proposing to do?
Yeah, there's a lot of concern over the test, particularly the prospect of a nuclear test, and the worry is that might be what will happen on the 25th. The big question is, has enough repair work been done on the DPRK's main test site? We know that repair work has been ongoing for the past few months, and the last missile that the DPRK tested was a kind of tactical missile that would carry a tactical nuclear warhead, something it doesn't have at the moment. So that, of course, suggests that the next test will be of a tactical nuclear warhead, something smaller than the bigger warheads they've tested in the past. Nonetheless, tactical warheads are still very big, beginning at around 100 kilotons. So it's an enormous blast, and there are concerns here not just about the implications of the test as a weapon, the implications of proliferation, which is a major concern here in the United States, but of course the possibility that that test site, which officials here know has been damaged from previous tests, might further be compromised, might even lead to an accident with fallout, if not this test, another one coming up. So, yeah, given we've seen an intercontinental ballistic missile test and now this tactical test, huge concern here about more tests, particularly a nuclear test.